Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may now be seated.
Good morning, Wildcats, and welcome back to West Ranch TV, where we will be continuing to bring you daily news shows. Coming up in today's show, we will be seeing what ASB has planned for this week with mental health and wellness. We will also get to hear from our principal, Mr. Crawford. Today is January 19th, 2021. I'm your host, Kate McGrory, and West Ranch TV starts now.
My weakness comes and goes.
Yesterday was Martin Luther King Jr. Day. January 15th marked his 92nd birthday. This occasion is observed on the third Monday of every January for us to celebrate his accomplishments and give back to our communities. Don't forget that the CSF applications will be available on the CSF website till February 1st. 12th graders that wish to earn cords at graduation must apply this semester to be eligible for honors. Now let's take it out to Mr. Crawford with a welcome back message and some reminders about school etiquette.
Thanks. Hey Wildcats, I'm Emily and I'm here with Mr. Crawford to talk a little bit about the recent holiday and some things he'd like to tell our students. So Mr. Crawford, with this past Monday honoring Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday and the semester starting in distance again, what would you like to tell and remind our students?
Well, thank you, Emily. First of all, I want to say welcome back, Wildcats. And by now, we're hoping that we would be able to see you on campus, but with the COVID rates being what they are, this is not a possibility. But working together as a community and doing what we can in our own little way, we hope that we can see you back at West Ranch very soon. Now, at West Ranch, we began in 2004 with the motto of relationships, rigor, and relevance. It is that first one, relationships. That's the aim and cornerstone to an education. Things like hate speech, ignorance, they get in the way and have no place at our school. We strive to be an anti-racist, anti-ableist school that welcomes all students, no matter their race, ethnicity, religion, sexual orientation, gender identity, or disability. I say strive because we're always working towards that end. Now, as you said, Emily, we just celebrated the birthday of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., a man whose values we can all aspire to. And he famously said, darkness cannot drive out darkness, only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate, only love can do that. We all need to do a better job of continuing to work towards that end of driving out the hate. And with that, please stay safe and healthy, and we hope to see you on campus very soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Crawford. Thank you for your time. And students, remember, be nice and look at the positives instead of saying negative. That's all from me. Let's take it back to our anchor.
Thank you, Mr. Crawford. If you are interested in the SCV Scholarship Foundation, don't forget that applications must be turned in both in person and through email. Check the daily bulletin for more information on this process. Applications must be turned in by Thursday, January 28th. Also, don't forget that the PSAT is canceled. Refunds will be automatically sent to your home address. This week, ASB is hosting a Wellness Week with the theme of Inside Out. Our reporter Siddharth brings us more on today's topic, depression.
Due to COVID-19 and the lockdown, many people have been finding it hard to maintain a positive mental state. Dr. Gill and Dr. Kadali are both psychiatrists who give us some insight on what they've been seeing during these times.
I think there's definitely been a lot more struggles, especially with adjusting to school being online, people being isolated more, locked down in their home more, not being able to have their normal routines or schedule, not being as active as much as they would normally do. So definitely been seeing a lot more challenges associated with those changes from the pandemic. Being isolated, not having the social connections, not being able to be as active as people usually are, and being under more stress even can all be triggers for more depression.
The way we look at depression ends up being in terms of functionality, meaning how much it interferes with your functioning. And by functioning, I mean, when you're in high school, you have friendships, you have relationships with your family, you have your schoolwork, you're playing sports. When you find that your mood or when you're feeling low gets in the way of how you perform at those things, you find that your grades are dropping, or you're getting in fights with your friends, you're isolating a little bit. That's kind of how we can tell that, hey, maybe this is more than just a short period of time. This is actually interfering with the way that we're able to perform what we need to perform. And that's how we just kind of see if there's a degree of severity that we need to look out for.
Dr. Gill and Dr. Kadali also give us some tips on how we can have a better mental state.
Yeah, I think the biggest tip to keep in mind is just to talk to someone, whoever that person may be, whether it's a close friend, a parent, maybe a teacher at school, a counselor. Just talk to someone, and being able to have that outlet and let someone know you're suffering in these ways.
You know, if you're trying to help with someone, as Dr. Kelly said, you want to talk to someone, and you can be that someone that person that you're listening to them and you hear them out, and that helps them feel that they're not alone. And then if there are resources, whether it's counselors or therapists or professionals that can help too, that those are always options. And knowing that if you need that type of help, that doesn't make you abnormal, that just we're all going through this together. And so hopefully we can be there for each other.
From West Ranch TV, this has been Siddharth student reporting.
Thanks, Siddharth. Don't forget that the Wildcat Wellness Center is still virtually available. You can schedule an appointment by texting 661-505-8866. In light of Wellness Week, ASB has planned a wellness basket for students. Kelsey brings us more on this helpful gift.
Hey cats, it's Kelsey. I'm here with Kayla. So what is ASB doing for Wellness Week?
So for Wellness Week, ASB has worked with the Wellness Center and Bring Change to Mind. And together we've put together activities that everyone can participate in throughout the week. Each day there's going to be an activity at lunchtime. And so like on Tuesday, you can come and participate in the Bring Change to Mind meeting. On Wednesday, there's going to be yoga. Thursday's activity will be learning about mindfulness. And on Friday, there will be an activity about bullet journaling. You can find the Zoom links and any other information about these activities on our Google Slides PowerPoint. And you can find that PowerPoint in the daily bulletin, our Instagram at West Ranch ASB, and the class Google Classrooms.
What tools are in these kits?
So these are going to just be little boxes, and they're going to include little notes, information about our wellness center, Play-Doh, a journal, and a list of other few things that you can add to your kit to make it your own.
Why would students need these self-care kits?
A self-care kit like this is a great resource to have in your room or your workspace. The kit is great when you need a break or a distraction by other things, and you can just open up the box and you can find a couple positive reminders and things that bring you joy.
And how can students get one?
So it is super easy to sign up to receive a kit. On that Google Slides, you can find a link to a Google form and fill out that form, and then in the next few weeks, you will receive your kit.
Perfect. That's all, cats. Now let's take it back to the host.
Thanks, Kelsey. Well, that is all we have for you today. Thanks for tuning in. I'm your host, Kate McGrory. See you next time, cats.